There's a place in the North Carolina mountains where time has seemed to stand still, where store owners greet their customers by first name, where no stoplights interrupt the gentle pace of life on the one main street. You can't help but wonder how this little town came to be and why it stays the way it was. Looking out across these railroad tracks that run alongside this peaceful mountain town of Saluda, you shouldn't be surprised when I tell you that these tracks play an important part in this town's history. From right here in Saluda, down the side of the mountain to Melrose and Tryon, the elevation drops more than 1,000 feet as it goes down a 3-mile grade. It is the steepest railroad in the eastern United States with about 50 hairpin turns. Going up the mountain, the trains needed a helper or pusher locomotive, and going down was so treacherous, there were numerous runaways and crashes. The town grew up in the late 1870s as a place to house the railroad crews. But as passengers began coming to the mountains, more than 35 inns and hotels eventually made Saluda quite a tourist destination in its heyday. Things are quieter in Saluda these days. The trains don't go by anymore, and the old depot, now in a new location, houses a gift shop. The population hovers around 600. This handsome structure was built in the 1920s as a place for Southern Railroad crews. It eventually became the Orchard Inn, and two frequent guests, Kathy and Bob Thompson, wound up buying it. Though they are relative newcomers to Saluda, they were still quick to appreciate the special qualities of the town.
I think our downtown is unusual. It is extraordinary. And all 3 blocks are on the National Register of Historic Places. The feel is of the old days, but the art and craft galleries and the antique shops and the restaurants and the gift stores, those are all very much up to date as anything in a small corner of Charlotte or Charleston.
The M.A. Pace store has been at this location for only about 100 years. But the Pace family has been here for a lot longer. In fact, before it was called Saluda, the town was known as Pace's Gap. Robert Pace runs the store much the same way his father did.
See ya. My dad was a fairly young man when he started the store. He was here for about 45 years, and I've been here all of them. 109, give or take a few.
Years ago, Pace's store had several separate buildings out back. A grist mill, a hay house, a blacksmith shop, and an ice house.
And the ice was shipped to Saluda on the train, 500-pound blocks. They told me that it'd last all summer.
The hay and live chickens are gone, but there is still a staggering number of items to browse. Railroad caps, groceries, tools, clothing, toys. And if you're looking for a 3-knot roof brush, you might not find it anywhere else.
I got a lot of things in here that I don't sell, maybe more than what I have for sale. This is what the ladies used in the teens and 20s.
What if I offered you $100 for them?
Well, no, that won't cut it.
How about $1,000?
Well, now you're getting warmer there. Well, it's a corset, of course. They used to be made out of whalebone.
If I needed one, could I come back up here and talk to you about buying a corset?
You're streamlined. I don't think you'll ever need one.
Long before credit cards, people could trade at Pace's without paying in cash.
They did a lot of barter trading. This book right here, this is a 1908 and 1909 ledger. If you look through it, you can see how much barter trading was really done at the time. They'd bring in merchandise from the farm. Butter and eggs was a big thing.
Just up the street from Pace's store is another one no trip to Saluda would be complete without visiting. Ward's Grill and Grocery. The Ward family started this business around 1900. Charlie Ward recently sold it to Deborah and Larry Jackson.
The meat market supports the grill. There's not many places you can order a steak and it's cut right in the back for you. As thick as you want it, and we cut some thick steaks here.
The hamburgers probably are our most popular item. Not only the hamburger patty is fresh, but there's homemade chili put on it. And on Thursdays when we run the hamburger steak plate, that's our busiest day of the week most times.
I eat it myself, my family eats it, so it's gotta be good. There you are. Thank you, appreciate it.
The grocery section has a wide selection of specialty items, some you may not have ever seen before.
Things that you won't find in a supermarket, such as glass bottle drinks. I think we have now maybe about 25 to 30 different variety of glass bottle drinks, and that's a hit.
Besides groceries, the store stocks useful hardware items that people might need in a hurry.
We have people coming out of there saying, "You saved me a trip to Hendersonville." Our smallest sale out of there was a lady needed 4 little tiny nails one day, and they cost her 1 cent.
For a final look at Saluda's Main Street, we can listen and almost hear the old railroad engines that once passed by here.
You'll notice the benches that they used to be all facing toward the railroad track because that was the activity in Saluda. That is the story of Saluda. People aren't dashing off to do something in Saluda. There's always time to talk with a friend or a neighbor or a stranger.